ma'am. How about you? How are you
I'm
doing?
al- I'm also good. Can you introduce yourself?
Sure, ma'am. My name is Atul Sharma. I'm from Delhi, and I'm a teacher. I'm TGT English. From the last 4 years, I've been serving as TGT English in one of the private school. And apart from that, I am also a sports enthusiastic. So I love to play cricket, badminton, volleyball. That's all about me. Thank you.
Very good. You are a teacher. Glad to hear that. I thought you are somebody like there is some other person in that group who is from Dubai and he was also asking me. So that's why I messaged you. Like either I give classes or I do YouTube conversation. Okay, I thought you were somebody else. All
No
right.
problem, no problem.
Okay, so that's really great to hear. So where do you teach?
I am teaching at Dilshad Garden. I mean, if you are you from Delhi, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm from Delhi.
Okay, so I'm working at Dilshad Garden, Nutan
Okay.
Vidya Mandir School.
Okay. All
Have you heard
right. So,
Dilshad? Have you heard Dilshad Garden?
yeah, I have heard. Okay. So, which grade do you teach?
I'm taking ninth and grade.
Okay. That is really great. So, then what's your strategy of teaching? Do the kids annoy you or they are so cooperative?
No, we can't say cooperative. Like we do have to today's like generation, like how smart they
Yeah.
are.
That's
Apart
why
from
I ask
academic,
you.
they are smart in, yeah, yeah. I mean, apart from academic, they are good in everything. So yeah, sometimes it's very hard, but definitely somehow as a teacher, you need to understand, as per like individuals, their need, and we need to cater them. So I also try my level best. Sometimes it becomes that they're getting on my nerves, but as a teacher, it's your own responsibility that how you handle. So yeah, I try.
Okay. So, some of the learners, like, how do you tackle the students and like, what's your strategy?
So uh, suppose sometimes we do have the arrangement period. So what happened like in arrangement periods, we don't have anything specific to teach over there, and it may be in 11th class also, 12th also, maybe in some lower classes as well, like 5th, 6th, 7th grade as well. So what I do, like if I see that the students are talking and they are like disturbing and all, so I just ask them to come forward and them certain topic, and I just ask them to speak, like spontaneously speak on this and that, like tree,
Mhm.
importance of tree, or what's your purpose of your life. So somehow, like I just compel them to force their brain actually, rack their brain. So that's how they start thinking, and then others also get to know. Okay, sir will gonna ask if I will do some sort of nonsense. So they just try to be, at their place. So that's how I just try to handle.
Yeah, that's a great punishment.
Yeah, like indirectly you can say. So how about you, ma'am? Could you please also shed light on yourself?
Yeah, my name is Pallavi Dhingra, and I'm an English trainer by profession. I have been teaching online for almost more than 10 years, and I am from Delhi. And about my educational qualification, I'm postgraduate in English as well as TEFL TESOL certified trainer. And I really love to teach. This is all about me. Rest, if you have anything in specific, you can ask.
So, ma'am, yeah, good to know that. I mean, I guess I had one session very long time back with you.
Really? I don't remember.
Yeah, I guess more than 1 year back I had a session with you.
Might be because that this is just like 3, 4 months. I'm regular. Earlier between that, I took a break of 7 to 8 months. So might be,
So that's
but
why
I
I'm
don't
saying, yeah,
remember.
okay, no problem. I guess.
Hmm.
So, I mean, are you still taking online classes? Like,
Yeah, I take full-time online sessions.
and is it not offline as such?
No, offline, I don't have any student. Like there are few in my society, those who comes up in the evening, but not many. I have like my
Okay, no.
full-time online classes only.
So do you take one-to-one or group classes?
One to one, most of them are. And there is like one or two groups, but that also depends. Like if they have somebody three, four in a group, but most of the time I give one to one only.
Super. Because yeah, that's. I mean, I also try to take like sessions like at my home. Also, I also once I was working on the institute also. So I mean, somewhere I also just try to adjust because like as per because if we talk about English spoken classes, so there come student of varied standard. Like there may be some student from sixth grade, eighth grade, 11th. Some
Yeah.
are college going as well. So catering them as per their need, like it's become quite difficult sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
That how will you cater them, and
Yeah.
at their maturity level, their thought process also depends a lot. I mean that also is way more different from others. So
Right.
yeah, so I thought like I can ask. So what do you think? Like what can be done in that scenario?
When there are like the different age group of students,
Yes.
so then you make the groups in that age group itself. Like suppose 6 to 8 in one age group and 8 to 12 in one age group, and then give the activities based on that.
Okay.
So that can be done because if the students they are of different level, you need to do something as a teacher. You have to just adjust that everybody should know and learn, and give some activity and ask the ones those who are younger to write suppose 10 lines on it, the elder ones they can write 20 lines on it, so you can increase the difficulty level. Like you can give one common task to the whole class and ask them to increase the difficulty level. Like the students those who are young they can speak for 1 minute, and suppose the students who are in class 12 they can speak on the same topic for 5 minutes, so that
Yes.
reduces
I
your
mean,
burden.
sure, sir. But I have also found that even the student of 11th grade, 10th grade also, even if I ask them to speak for just one single minute, they also hesitate to speak. Like they are
Hmm.
very like even they can write, but they are very hesitant to speak. So what can be done that they at least they start speaking? Like because I
Yeah.
do have face challenge. Like
Uh-huh.
approx, I mean, I can say by and large, I have been teach like I have taught for approx 1 year in one of the institute, and there I do face some challenges like this.
Hmm. Okay,
So
see, I
what
tell
can be
you,
done?
some students, those who feel shy, number one, they do not try at all before. So when they are trying new, so obviously they will shy off. So, but then also ask them to try and continue. And the next problem is that they don't know actually what to speak. Suppose you give them any topic, but they don't know the context, they don't know what to speak. So initially you can give the topics that they are familiar with. Rather than giving any random topic, you can ask them what you've done from morning till now. Tell me about the last. They say I visited my friend's birthday party. So speak about that. You can ask about like what's the trip they have taken. So give them the familiar topic and also give them some ideas. Like you can tell with whom you went, where you went, what you did over there. So they get ideas. Sometimes student hesitate. Number one, they're hesitant. Actually, they are shy. Number two is that they don't have the content to speak up. So you have to give them the ideas initially, at least for 1 month. So then they understand, yes, this is the pattern. And when you are giving them the topics, give them the topics that they are already experiencing because they don't have that much of content to speak on. And they don't know how to make stories initially.
Got it. Because and one more thing, like what I have realized that other than their classes, they don't speak anywhere. Like suppose if somebody is from the government school, they don't have that exposure or that sort of ambience where they can talk, where they can communicate. So solely they are dependent on the single class, and maybe it is being held, 5 days in a week or this or for just at least 1 hour.
Mhm.
So I mean, how can I promote them that they become like passionate about this or that they are themselves eager to learn to grow them
You
like
can ask them to think in English because to speak in English, they need somebody. And I tell you, it is hard to get a partner to speak in English. Yes, so you can ask them to think in English, like whatever they do. Suppose they wake up in the morning, don't think अब मैं सुबह उठ गया अब मैं ये करूंगा अब मैं अपना breakfast करूंगा. Think I woke up in the morning. So that's where as you give those topic that they can even think on those topic. So ask them to think, because if your thoughts are in English, the input is English, the output is English. If the input is Hindi, the output is in English, that is very difficult. Yeah, so thinking in
Okay, I
English
get.
really helps. And one activity I used to tell long time back in a lot of my session, word chain activity. So, have you seen in any of my video that activity, word chain activity?
No, I haven't seen that.
Okay, I can tell you that activity
No,
by
I haven't.
sharing my, okay,
I don't
let
know.
me tell you that activity. That activity also helps a lot to for students to get interest. Can you see my screen share?
Yeah, yeah, it's not visible, ma'am.
Yeah. So can you see what's written? Just a moment. What's written? Can you just see?
Just blank page is visible, like white blank page.
You cannot see. I write something over there.
No, the written is nothing visible.
Let me just increase the font size. Might be because of the font size, you're not able to see. Now, can you see? Is it
No,
visible or
still it's
not?
not visible.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now, can you see my screen share?
Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
So, what you can see that is written on the screen?
Reading.
Yeah. What is the last letter of the word reading?
G.
So, can you tell me any word that begins with G?
Progress. Oh, sorry. Grabs or grab. Something like
Okay, grab. What's the last letter of the word grab?
H.
It's B, G-R-A-B. Okay,
Okay, grab. Yeah, grab.
tell me any word that begins with B.
Borrow.
Borrow. Okay, tell me now it ends in
Then
W.
W. W.
W and
When.
when. So do you understand what we are doing over here?
Yes, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
understood.
so this is called as word chain activity. This activity really helps you to level up your vocabulary a lot. Okay, so
Got
once
it.
you will be practicing in this way, so like you ask them, you give them any word and ask them wherever it's ending with, then you can go the next word with that and ask them to do it 3 4 minutes every day. So that also helps because in this way the thoughts are really running in their mind. So when the thoughts are running in
Got
their mind, they surely improve a lot. So this is something like
it.
brainstorming. We also call it as vocabulary enhancement activity because if you will give them few words, they will forget. But by doing this activity, they are surely going to improve. Also, it's called brain sharpening activity, brain sharpening exercise, because your brain really sharpens after doing this exercise.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, so this activity can be done daily, like 1 to 2 minutes. You will see initially they could write only 10 words, 15 words, but then even in that 2 3 minutes, they could write 50 words also. So they get a lot of confidence in that.
Yes. I guess it can also be done to in order to, grab their attention. Suppose
Yeah,
sometime what
right,
happen like
right.
class become class become monotonous. So you in the very beginning you can start or at
Yeah,
the
this
end or
can be an
between as well.
icebreaker activity.
Yeah, icebreaker, yes.
So that
Icebreaker.
really helps a lot to improve them. Okay, let me stop sharing my screen. I hope you get it what I mean to say over here.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I like this activity, and definitely it can be done. And like, can we also categorize this? Like, suppose you have to use some like words only, because if we talk about just words, so there may be n number of words. Like, can you think like, can we like, can we modify this also like
Yeah,
in
you
that way?
can
Like, you have
like
to use
tell.
vocabulary only.
Yes, so I tell you how you can modify it. Suppose if, as if you mentioned, you have sometimes you stuck in that some learners they are of 6, some are of 8, some are of 12. So you can ask them to do. So especially the students, those who are of 8, you can ask them that you won't be writing nouns in that because sometimes they write name, place, animal things in that. So you ask them not to
Yes,
write, and then you can ask the 12th standard to write only verbs and adjectives or adverbs into it. So this can also be done. Someday you can ask only write nouns. Sometimes you can ask only write verbs. So that can also be done. And in this way, also one more
exactly.
speaking activity can be done. That is a group activity that can be done to any level. So suppose you can give them so any random sentence like I will say, today I'm very happy. So then the another person will continue the story. Like today is my birthday. Then the next person will say, I celebrated it with my family. Then the next person will say, I cut the cake. So in this way, the activity can be done and you can just engage the whole group at the same time. So
Understood. Yeah,
that is
that's
also
also
a
a very
wonderful
good
activity.
activity.
Yeah, that can
Exactly.
also be done.
Sentence chain activity. We can say also, I guess,
Yeah,
sentence chain
sentence
activity.
chain activity. Yeah, that can be done. Word chain activity can be done. And speaking on the particular topic, and if they're struggling what to speak on the particular topic, then you can ask them five W's and H on any topic you have to speak, like who, what,
Yes. What
where,
yes.
when, which, and then how. So they can speak like this on the topic. Also, I tell you what happens when they speak up. They don't elaborate them. You can encourage them to elaborate. Suppose I give you one example. If I go to a restaurant, I will say, पता है यार मैं रेस्टोरेंट में गई थी कितना अच्छा था वहाँ ये अच्छा था वो अच्छा था एम्बियंस इतना अच्छा था but if I have to say in English the same sentence I will say I went to a restaurant. So elaborate the same way by detailing it. Say you can elaborate a lot by asking them to detail it. And when they will detail it, they will really like it. And initially give them the familiar topics. So these are like three things that can be done. These are engaging, and this really gives you prompt results.
Exactly. Because I have also observed if you ask them how was your experience or something, they say good or bad. I mean, just in a single word, they just try to sum up their, whole part that we asked or the whole question. So yeah, like definitely it can be done.
Yeah.
Anything that you would like to ask me, ma'am, that's
I
popping
just
into your
want to
brain?
ask, like, as if you said you've been teaching for 4 years, so what's the best thing that you like about your career or any best experience if you would like to share?
Definitely. If I talk about, so I mean, there happen some certain moments or some certain instances
Mm-hmm.
where, that like suppose I was taking ninth grade classes. So I mean, I just don't. I'm not just encircled here toward just academic part only. I do just try to give them the global perspective, like what all the things are going on across the world. So I mean, there happen moments then when I just start to motivate them, guide them. Okay, try to be the global person, global citizen, and just start to. So I mean, those there happens a moment when they were very, they are just very attentive in the classroom. And when I see them, because we can feel that energy, that vibe, that aura, that
Mm-hmm.
energy that's flowing from each other. Because we also, as a teacher, we get the energy when your students are very attentive, and the same way teacher also need to be that solid, that that
Right.
person should also have that persona. So those moment, and these are not the ones like I mean, I have experienced couple of times these sort of experiences. So this is what actually make me more enthusiastic, more passionate about this. And that's what compel me to keep doing such services further as well.
That is really happy to hear about you. Okay, so do you have any other question or shall we wind up the session?
Yes, ma'am. Like as you said, like these activities, I mean, as I also I'm planning to start something, because earlier I was working under somebody, and I still, like, sometimes I get confused because I became an accidental teacher. I never planned to be a teacher as such. So but still, I'm right now, I'm 27, and still figuring out, or what you call that, soul searching, that what can be done, should I be into this only or other. So sometimes it's come to my brain that I should try to be a trainer, or I should, because I know my potential, but the thing is that I am just here and there, like not focused or in a particular certain thing only. So what your takeaway on that, like how can you guide me that, like,
What
what
thought
can I
comes
do
to
in
your
that way?
mind? What thought comes to your mind?
I, Actually, the thing is that there was a time when I was preparing for civil services as well. So in civil
Mhm.
services, you need to have thorough with so many other disciplines as well, like history, political science. So I mean, I do have all those stuff, that book Lakshmi Kant, and so many other stuff. But still, like, because I'm into the teaching, and somehow I'm not able to get out of this also. But as I'm also catching the numbers, that age actually, and belonging to a middle family, it's become hard that you don't have, much time. Also, you do have to take care of your parents. I mean, definitely they are doing from their part, but as a, I also need to understand them. So I just get confused. Like, can I really make that difference, or to if I just dive into this journey, like in teach this, English speaking journey, or as a trainer,
So
as
if
a
not an
somebody.
English trainer, then what do you think what you will be?
I mean, definitely, we look for the government job, and I do have been doing, but being because from a very long time, I haven't been into that much touch, and as it's been like 4 or 5 years into this language only. So, like, I guess, like, either go for the government job or try to be stuck to this,
So you do
teaching only.
side by side, you prepare for government job also. You do like both the stuff. You are teaching at the moment, the extra time, whatever you have, you prepare for the government job. If you could crack it, it's well and good. And if you're not able to, at least you will gain some knowledge and you are doing something in your, at least already you are teaching somewhere. So you can try for both.
Exactly.
And even if you get the government job, you can continue teaching English part-time also. Nowadays, like
Exactly.
there is no harm in doing anything part-time, and in government job, you can surely do English part-time.
Yes.
Yeah, so don't just
Because,
stick to one place. You try for government jobs also, side by side.
okay.
Because you're asking me this
Yes.
question as it is already running in your mind. Otherwise, you won't ask me this question. So you want it somewhere in your heart to go for it.
Exactly. I mean, literally, I mean, not it's going, because that's why I'm not able to do justice with this language also, or what I'm doing, because I know where should be, and what I'm all doing, like, and like, because though I am working in one of the good institution, like where Nutan Vidya Mandir school, but there also I think that I do have a lot of potential, but I'm not being gagged accordingly, or maybe I'm playing small with my skill set and everything. So yeah, so because a lot of, or sometimes I sound to be confused, even to my colleague also sometimes, because of lot of things that's going on in me, like, inside me. So
Mhm.
I mean, maybe like from couple of days I was very disturbed also about this.
See, I tell you two things. First of all, you daily, whatever extra time you have, give half of the time in English learning, in upgrading yourself. Like whatever, suppose you are at this level, try to become at this level in that field also where you are in, and side by side, go for government job also preparation. So there is no harm in trying. You're already wasting your time thinking what I should do. So waste some more time and decide. Because at the end, what will happen? Once we try, we know this is not working, then only you get the conclusion. But thinking will not give you any conclusion. Action will give you the conclusion. So take the action.
Like,
Make 2026 as the year to take the action. Don't think whether I should go for government job or I should continue my career. I give you the suggestion, upgrade your English and try to become a pro. There is no harm in that. And even if you get the government job, then also you are a super person. And to side by side, start prepare for government job also. And if you get that, then you can do English as part-time. And if by chance you didn't get that, then at least your English is already improved. So make 2026
Exactly.
as the year of action. Don't think much, act. Acting will give you the result. Thinking will never give you the result.
Yes, ma'am. You said right thing.
Okay?
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Welcome.
Literally, it was yeah, it was literally very like helpful for me. It has been like very insightful session for me actually, and
Okay.
I have got a lot of takeaway from this session. Thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome. All right. It was lovely connecting with you. Bye. All the best for your career.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Have a great
Welcome.
day. Have a great life. Yeah.
Thank you.